You ever watch the old King of Queens, Kevin James? You know, he'd have the hat like this, right? Be this hat, but he'd turn it back. And it never worked for me. Maybe because my ears were too big or I wasn't wide enough of a face, maybe, as he had. But it was always something that I wanted, right? I was like, I wish I could be a fat guy because I was a fat guy, right? I wish I could be a fat guy, could wear this cool hat backwards and not have to wear it like an old man, like my grandfather, right? Things change, you evolve. But you always look for that big, and that's where we are right now. You know, LeBron can see it. He put it on. All of a sudden, his ears are fine. Like it's a good fit. And he's thinking to himself, yeah, you know, I look pretty good as the league all-time scorer here. We go 2-3 last night. Not great. We still bounce right back. 5 bets, 5 minutes starts now. You're going to hit the thumbs up button. You're going to subscribe. Let me get the old man hat back here as we get down to business. LeBron James over 7.5 rebounds. That's where we begin our first play. LeBron points. We talked about that in the parlay video, so make sure you check that out. We hit the NBA parlay video last night, so make sure you check that out. But we're going to start going over 7.5 LeBron James rebounds. Think he's at a 10 rebound clip against this Pacers team, and we have no issue laying the 130 here on a bet that from a matchup standpoint, and look, I think everybody's going to be betting points, and rightfully so. Points, that's where the whole thing is right now. But there are other areas that LeBron is impacting the game, and that's what I want to take advantage of too, is a rebound. Assists are tough, and they have been volatile with the scorers. So we're not going to go crazy with that. We're just going to open up with LeBron James. All right, from LBJ, let's get some points up in here, right? Points are fun. We like points. We want to play points. We're going to go right back to our pal, Jalen Brunson. Anything under 25 points is a bet. I think once we get to 25.5 points, it becomes crazy. We bet this at 23.5. We've taken him 2 straight times. We will again. I love Brunson in this matchup because he is now he's the secondary scorer, but he's not. It's still from a betting standpoint, and I think from even a book standpoint, the expectation is that people will continue to bet the more popular name, which is RJ Barrett. And look, the books are telling you that there is now a 5-point gap of expectation between these two individuals. Jalen Brunson is a raw scorer. Jalen Brunson gets to the line. Jalen Brunson can shoot. I love, look, Sixers. Love Jalen Brunson. That's because he's from Nova, but that's a big thing. Why? All right, we go from Jalen to LaMelo. And we're going to go under 24.5 points for LaMelo Ball. Look, I think the Hornets are in a couple of interesting spots tonight. First, I love them in this DraftKings promo where you can take them on the money line. If they're up by 10 at any point, the ticket cashes. So I think that's a good spot right there for LaMelo. Definitely like the under 24.5 as that correlates, though, to more of a struggle for Ball against the Bulls and against the perimeter. And that's going to be the focus right now. Terry Rozier may get his 20, 22, 23, but that's going to be as a result of the clampdown on Ball. There's going to be heavy activity in slowing LaMelo Ball down, and he can't really see, that's the thing. Like, he can't afford to then have an off night. So if you're on and they're sending 2 guys out at you and you're looking around like, hey, man, you can't do anything about me, I'll take the hit. I don't think that's the case tonight. And I think between the defense and the fact that Ball has to be near perfect, this is a great opportunity to sneak in. All right, over 19.5 for Spencer Dinwiddie. We want points here, right? Somebody has to score outside of Luka. Look at that, 34.5 points. You think you can get to 35, 40, you can go ahead and build yourself Doncic, a Luka donkey ladder. It's not going to be one for me, though. Spencer Dinwiddie, an easier candidate to get over his points. I think there's an easier chance for Dinwiddie to get to 20 than Hardaway to get to 15 even. So much of that is dependent on shooting. And for Dinwiddie, there are different areas where he can attack. I don't know if the Pelicans are going to be able to do much. We got burned on a CJ3 play. I'm not going back to that tonight. I think the better play is actually points from Dinwiddie here, a secondary scorer that we are attacking. And we're getting a number below 20, which I love, absolutely love. And at minus 110, that's fine. Speaking of which, we need to find somebody who's not on the radar here to score some points. Look at that parlay. We'll bring that back for you. But the last play is Brook Lopez over 13.5 points. No Giannis, no Drew, no Kawhi, no Paul George. Now, we're not going full depths of a Grayson Allen play. Lopez is good tonight. Matchup, also love. And look, Zubats, they're going to have their hands full. I get it. Stretching the floor early. Getting a guy, this is how we targeted dudes like Markelle Fultz, right? To a lesser extent, Van Vliet, although it was more the opposite there with Trent. But you're finding a guy who is not at the top, not at the focus. DeAnthony Melton would be a great play for the Sixers, for example. Somebody who's out there that can get you first quarter points. We don't worry about first quarter points, but we worry about enough points in the first quarter to get to 14. Lopez getting 4, 5 first quarter points, 6 points, definitely a possibility. They will use him. He will shoot and try and stretch. And that's where I want to take advantage of the early opportunity, because if those shots fall, then you're definitely getting to 14, 15 points. 5 bets, 5 minutes. Let's run. First, though, why are the Chiefs highlighted? $5 bet on the Chiefs. Well, it's simple. You're going to click this link below. Simple. Click a link below. QR code to your right. Either way, $5 to win $200 in bonus bets. Place $5 on anything. You have to be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. You have to live in a state where you can legally place a wager. You know that. Maybe there's somebody in the house. Maybe there's somebody at your job. Maybe it's you who's not on DraftKings. That's okay. Immediately, I need you to put that $5 bet on the Chiefs. Who cares? They win, they lose. It doesn't matter. As soon as you place that bet, as soon as you do it, it's going to turn into $200 on DraftKings. That's it. All right, let's run this back for you. Over 7.5 boards for LeBron, over 24.5 points for Jalen Brunson, under 24.5 points for LaMelo, over 19.5 points for Dinwiddie, and over 13.5 points for Brook Lopez. Had a monster night on the Discord, really in general. I know you love your parlays. I apologize. I know you love your parlays, plus 2208. So we want you to take advantage of 2 things happening here. First is the Bet Pro tool. This is our top sharp tool available to you on Stochastic. You're going to get a nice opportunity to jump in here, test the waters, but we have key metrics. All of us are using this on site. I'm using it to put together NBA plays. By the way, speaking of which, 2 more parlays last night. 3 total over the last 2 days. 3 total parlays, including a college basketball one that we hit on the Discord here. Beautiful, beautiful. Discord, ES Insider, first week's half off. College basketball parlay last night. Cash it. Jalen Brunson ladders. Remember, we're giving you the Brunson ladders at 23.5. Hey, man, and moved to 25.5. And we cashed them all, folks. We cashed them all. It moved to 25.5, but when it was 23.5, we still got it at plus money. Last night, I mean, this was just destruction. 3 total. Free play with Harden. It's fine. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And we want you a part of it. First week is half off. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe. Let's keep cat.